Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
Hey, and I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet. We are the only recipient of the Wooden YouTube
He's got
Award.
that
I have
wood.
not packed it away, folks, yet.
Oh,
My life is
listen,
chaos and a mess, but we still have the wood.
You can't be packing away that wood. When you got that wood, you got to put it out. You got to let everybody see it. You got to let everybody feel it. Just gaze
one
upon
of the Magnum bands bags to store that wood, you know?
Put it, hell yeah, man. That's a hefty load you got right there in your hands. You
That is true.
Got to take care of it. Handle it delicately. Soft hands. Gently. Caress.
That hurt a little bit. I'm pretty sure I like tore or strained a bicep today.
How?
Well, you see, we're still in the renovation process of trying to sell the house because that is the big goal for 2021. How are you doing on your goal, sir?
Which one?
Any of them.
I learned. I've been.
Konnichiwa.
Onita.
Kawaii.
FMW. Ringo Boom. It's been fun, man. Yeah, like I've been watching just like a lot of Japanese deathmatch wrestling. So like, kind of trying to pick up the culture a little bit. I think Christy and I are gonna try to find a nice anime to watch. Because I've been trying to get into those, but it'll be English.
Gotta immerse
dub,
yourself
so
in the culture.
Yeah, English dub, of course. But yeah, I mean, little by little, baby steps. You got to take it one step at a time. Listen. It's been a month.
Brother.
And it's been quite the month. Like, I feel like we lived at least half a lifetime in the past 31 days.
When you look back at January of 2021 and you see everything that has happened in January of 2021, we can we get a month off? Can we take a break? Can we
everybody kick back, relax a little bit. Yeah, it came out of the gate pretty hot. And I thought we were all ready to just kind of like get in the raft and like float down the streams a little bit, just like passing beers, hanging out.
Yeah, just let Uncle Joe drive for a little while.
Joe drive, he's driving the boat. It's all good. And then they fucking were storming places. There was just controversies on the field, fucking diamonds in the hand, man. Like,
the stonks,
impeachments, fucking politicians.
It's been a month.
Like, have you seen? Wait, Axe's room looks like an Oasis all around the world music video background.
Yeah, listen, folks, I appreciate it. I got these fancy lights for Christmas. We're doing another video shoot. We're in condensed space. We got to make do with what we have. We're trying to move. We're trying to get out of this goddamn winter fucking wasteland that is upstate New York. I swear to Christ, we got 24 inches at my house.
Let's start. I mean, let's start there. If there's anywhere to start, let's start with the weather. How are you holding up?
Not well. Not well at all.
Clearly.
I feel like I am on the brink. I've dealt with freezing cold temperatures already, mountainous snow days
for the kids. Been getting it pretty bad, like so far this year. Like on a scale of like it sucks to it's average.
Here's the thing: this global warming shit is changing everything. Like, I don't know if you know, but folks, we're in the middle of a pandemic. The Earth is trying to kill us.
That doesn't answer the question.
All sorts of shit. But I will say, it's been the extremes.
You've had extreme weather thus far.
So it's been either extremely nice for the time period that we're in, or it's been a complete fucking shit show. There really has been no in between.
So you're just getting polar opposites, basically.
Basically.
Okay, because like, isn't it supposed to be like 75 and raining this weekend?
I don't know. It was like -6 last weekend.
Jesus Christ. I will say this: just hearing about all the weather you guys have been having, it has given me cause to every morning now that I wake up and I open up my blinds, I look out my window and I see that big blue sky and I'm like, today's a beautiful day.
And that's what I'm looking for.
Like
that's what I want. I want that.
I don't think like it and honestly, so like we've been down here for a little over a year. Not quite a year and a half yet, but like a little bit over a year. And I don't think, I mean, like, obviously when you go from like fucking Syracuse, New York to Austin, Texas, there's a big climate difference, but I don't think that I really took the time to just sit back and actually appreciate it beyond like when we would go out, just be like, oh my God, it's great out here. It's wonderful. Like actually thinking about everything that goes into that, and like, we don't have to deal with the snow anymore. And like my family was sending me photos this morning and it was just like feet of snow. Like people who I work with who were working from home lost power at their house. And I was just like, wow, we really don't. Like, we are so lucky now. I mean,
so it's a vast improvement. You move to a different climate. You don't. I mean, you got other things to worry about now. Like you got rattlers, Alex Jones. Like
we do have Alex Jones, which in itself is a bit of a snowstorm. So just a different kind, usually one you typically
different things to worry about.
One you would typically inhale. So it's we got that. Haven't really had any run-ins, with the man. So oh wait, did I tell you there's one day I thought I saw him?
I think so. I think
like I was stopped at an intersection and there was just this like short, stocky guy who just looked completely lost, and I'm like, that could be Alex Jones.
It could be.
That might be.
You may have had a sighting. It's kind of like Bigfoot.
Yeah, because and what made me think about it was because somebody we know was telling me that he would frequent a burger joint that was like 3 blocks down from where I was. So
okay.
I'm like, it's possible. It could be.
You go where the food is.
As many would.
Now let me ask you something, because this brings up, I mentioned Bigfoot. Sidebar, as we do on this show. Did you know, I believe it's Ohio or Oklahoma, one of the O states, is now selling licenses to hunt Bigfoot?
That's smart.
Isn't it?
That is
it's the best money play of all time.
Fucking smart. Why didn't we think of that? Oh my God, we should get licenses
to hunt Bigfoot.
Oh my God, we should go hunt Bigfoot.
I have a better idea.
Where is this?
I have a better idea.
What?
So you know how we hated the New York State Athletic Commission?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we need to start the United States Podcasting Commission, and anybody who wants to podcast needs a license.
That's a bit much.
What? It's just a scam, just like every other commission.
Everything's a fucking scam. Okay, it's Oklahoma. Dude, we need to go to
Oklahoma. I told you it was one of those states.
I'm like, I live like right next door.
He's looking into it, folks.
I'm looking at like literally those fuckers are like, I mean, okay.
It's like $25. Like $25
and
you get
Texas,
like.
So it's like 12 hours just to get out of Texas at this point.
There's a little bit of a concern though. I feel like
it's $25,000 for catching it.
Oh yeah, if you catch Bigfoot, you're rich as fuck. $25,000.
I feel like that's a bit of a ripoff though. $25K if you catch Bigfoot. Like, come on.
If you catch even evidence of Bigfoot, like fucking Nicolas Cage got paid through the nose for that Aztec treasure. I'm just saying, like, you could sell it to a museum and make a fortune.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do in Oklahoma. You got a great point. Like, there's nothing there, and like, it's a great way to raise money for the state.
What the hell ever happened with that Jose Canseco alien RV camping trip?
Didn't he go to jail?
Jose?
I'm pretty sure he went to jail.
Think he went to jail.
He got busted for something.
Like recently?
Yeah.
No.
Because I remember, like, it was a thing where, like, oh, he got busted, and like that makes sense. He was selling Bigfoot journeys in Nevada.
No, he like just opened up a car wash like out in Vegas.
Oh wait, maybe he was gonna box somebody. I think
No,
maybe he
no,
was
no.
gonna
He
box
was gonna
somebody.
wrestle.
That's
That's what it
right.
was. He was supposed
That's right.
like it was announced that he was gonna wrestle. I think it was like a promotion maybe out of England. He was gonna wrestle, and like all around this, so like it was announced that he was gonna wrestle for this company. That it was supposedly legit. Which I mean, you never heard anything outside of the announcement, so take that for what it was.
It's pro wrestling, legit as fuck.
He opened up a car wash in Vegas, and he was doing like hangouts where it was like $5,000 or like $10,000 a person. You could hang out with like him, 5 other guys, and he would like take you on like a man's man sort of trip, like in an RV, and then he would show you a real alien.
It was guaranteed. He said in the contract, guaranteed a real alien.
God, we gotta find somebody who actually like took him up on that.
Oh, but I don't think they ever went out.
Like, well, I mean, like there had to have been people who applied for it, right?
Oh, I mean, there's a story there somewhere.
We were doing Jose Canseco watch for a while, and I feel like that, and like much like the man himself, like the stories just fell off. Like,
very true. It's very true. But anyway, where the fuck were we in this conversation?
We were going. Okay, we're going to Oklahoma
to get our Bigfoot license.
To get our Bigfoot license, we're gonna go on a Bigfoot hunt.
But here's the thing. I think. Yeah, could you imagine his elbow drop off the top rope? That's a great point.
He actually just posted like a photograph of his arm, and like, I mean, dude's still pumping.
Pumping and bumping.
Pumping and I mean, different kind of bumping, but
like, brother. Anyway, isn't the license to hunt Bigfoot a little alarming that somebody might take a shot at like just a tall dude?
Well, I mean, you could say that about just hunting in the backwoods for deer, like.
Well, right. How many people are accidentally killed by thinking that they're a deer? I mean, fuck, Dick Cheney shot a guy in the face. Dick Cheney
shot a guy in the face, and he was hunting birds that day, so.
In a cage.
Like, literally, it's the easiest thing to not shoot somebody in that situation, and he shot a motherfucker in the face.
And the other guy apologized.
And that's right.
And that just says worlds about Dick Cheney. That fucker's got some power.
I'm sorry, I just fell into a hole of Jose Canseco tweets.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Bigfoot sightings.
No, but apparently Jose thinks cryptocurrency is the way to go, and it looks like he was investing in Dogecoin. So
can we talk about the stock market a little bit? Can we talk about the scam?
Well, hang on. I want to put the pin in the Bigfoot conversation. Okay, we should look into this. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be. Like, I don't know if there's a specific season. You know, like March
Bigfoot season.
Yeah, like when is Bigfoot season? Is there a difference between Bigfoot bow, Bigfoot, musket, and fucking shotgun or whatever?
What can you legally hunt Bigfoot with?
Like, do you got to go just with a knife? Like,
Rambo style.
Ooh, I have so many ideas.
Bring a GoPro.
Yeah, I know you got like 4 now.
Oh,
like
yeah, I know.
Okay, we are going to look into this. We're going to put a plan together. We might not fulfill that plan, but
as we normally don't.
But we'll have one at least, because I also don't know like how COVID affects all this too. So yeah,
does Bigfoot have to wear a mask?
Come on, it's Bigfoot. You ain't wearing no mask.
But like, if you were to sashay into a Walmart, like, are they going to kick out Bigfoot for not wearing a mask?
I mean, they should at that point.
I mean, the rules apply to everybody.
The rules do apply,
right?
I mean, yeah. So I would say yes, he should be wearing a mask.
So what the fuck, Bigfoot?
I don't know. Let's go kill him. So you want to talk about stocks? Yeah, because you have some updates, don't you?
I do. So as probably most of America is aware, there was a little bit of a stock situation last week. that we covered extensively on the show and gave all the answers to everyone's questions as to how it worked.
Very thorough. We are sort of experts in the field, however, do not take advice from us.
Right, not financial advisors, as everybody says.
Legally, we are not accountable. You will hear from my lawyer, Berg Ryman, attorneys at law.
Official sponsor of the show.
Official sponsors of the show. Texas should also have I didn't think about that. I might be able to hunt a chupacabra. Okay. Stocks. Go ahead.
Well, I would say the same thing for Arizona with aliens, but that could get dicey. Anyway, stocks.
So bad.
So there was a little bit of a stock situation.
Yeah.
Where people on the Reddits turned the market upside down. They killed the Mets. And that's basically all that happened, was that some people got rich, the rich got poor, and then companies like Robinhood and the Cash App and E-Traders and all that showed the true colors, that they don't want you to have money, and certain people in the government showed their true colors, Elizabeth Warren, that they don't want you to have money. They just want you to have the money that they say you can have.
They want you to have the understanding that there is a way for you to make the money. But the moment you get your hands on it, shoot, go away.
No, they'll give you a couple dollars an hour for your slave job that you work every day, but try to go out and make a fortune on your own, slap on the wrist.
How dare you?
Anywho's, since they limited trading on certain stocks, the stocks have plummeted quite rapidly.
Very much so.
Your boy did a little investing in AMC, as I was told it was going to go to the moon, as the kids say, and that I need to have diamond hands,
diamond in the hand,
not
hold on to it,
and not paper hands. And I did see a thing with Winnie the Pooh reading a piece of paper that said, "If you sell, you're a bitch." So, I had my my stock, and I had purchased at $10 a share.
Yeah.
And just the other day, it closed at just about $6 a share. So your boy is in the hole.
Your boy's in the hole
right now. But today was a little bit more optimistic. It got to about $10.50 a share. I was just about ready to get right the fuck out, because I had my fun, but I don't want to lose any money, kind of thing. But then I was painting, so
you just forgot.
So I forgot and missed it, and that sort of thing. But I've learned a little something about stocks. I'm pretty much an expert at this point. And I have noticed that when the market opens, the stocks are high.
That's because maybe of the overnight trading.
That's correct.
Yes,
that's right.
That's something I picked up on recently.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'll wake up early and get the fuck out, because I'm way in over my head.
Let me ask you this. Hypothetically, if you either lost that money or just left that money where it is, would it be a burden to you?
No.
Okay. Why not leave it?
That's a good point.
Why not leave it?
You never know what could happen.
So this was the rationale that I sort of picked up on when everything was blown the fuck up last week.
Right.
GameStop was the one. That was the one.
If you missed it, folks, you missed it.
If you missed it, you missed it. But GameStop was the one to focus on. And I think what happened was a lot of people started to try to divert attention from GameStop to things like Doge, to things like AMC. There was a hand, I think BlackBerry, Nokia, fucking Blockbuster went up
there was 5 of them.
There were a lot of other stores and like investments that people were trying to say, oh no, go to this. This is the next one. You know, we're going to the moon with AMC. We're going to the moon with BlackBerry. We're going to the moon with Doge. And it was like, but like the whole reason why GameStop blew up was because of a very specific situation.
Yeah, very specific
and that
situation.
Was everybody was trying to fuck over the hedge funds because fuck the hedge funds. And the moment that it became like, well, now we got to go to this one. Well, now we got to go to this one. Well, now we got to go to this one. I started seeing the waters getting a little bit more murky, and I was like, like it's fun, it's exciting. I'm glad I didn't invest anything.
Yeah,
because like,
I mean, I literally bought a stock. Just to say, listen, I just wanted to belong. I just wanted to be a part of something.
All you wanted was one. You got one.
I just wanted one. I just wanted to say,
like, walking through the parking lot, you're like, hey, man, all I need is one.
If my grandchildren become like a financial advisor and they're studying financial history and they're gonna be like, what was this all about? Well, your granddad had stock in AMC. Let me tell you.
Watch this video.
Don't.
Christy says, thanks for listening to me. You are welcome. It was solid advice. I feel like at some point, though, I probably could have gotten in on GME because, it was sitting pretty at 440 for like a good chunk of time. And listen, I know a lot of people want that diamond hand, but if I'm in and my investment's up a couple 100%, guess what? I'm getting out.
Get the fuck out.
Because I did not like. Once I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be interesting." And then, like an hour later is when they limited. Well, actually, an hour later is when like everybody started pulling GME from their offerings,
which is ridiculous. I still don't I mean, I get it. Like, it comes out now that like the reason Robinhood did that was because they actually didn't have the capital to cover the purchases to be made because they're a smaller company. And I'm like, okay, like I get that, but
at the end of the day, a broker does not need to buy or sell to you.
Right.
Like that's just it. Realistically, if they don't want to offer it, they don't have to offer it. The shitty thing though was for them to do it when they did and not make any sort of announcement. I mean, like, come on, like you can't expect, for as hot as everything was getting last Wednesday, you can't sit there and tell me that that wasn't a calculated move for them to just quietly pull everything and be like, yeah, we're just trying to protect the people, and like we don't really have, the fucking structures to do it. And it's like, yeah, but you're also like owned in part by some of these hedge funds, and like it was just like a whole thing. And like with everybody starting to pull the stocks, like here's the thing, if it was just Robinhood, I'd be like, okay, maybe after the fact I could understand that. But it was like literally fucking every broker, every app, every service, they all were doing it. And it's like, that's a calculated maneuver. But that is, somebody had their hand on their shoulder and said, you are going to do this because we don't want to lose any more money.
That's correct.
Even though it's all fair. So I was happy in the end that I didn't invest. I think, though, this has sparked an interest in me.
Oh, it has.
It has. I need to be careful, but I think I might start looking more into investing and kind of going on and
you're gonna diversify your portfolio.
Maybe have a very diverse portfolio. Enhance some retiring stuff.
And I'm sure, like I said, I mean, I became an expert about this stuff, but there's certain things that like I still don't understand. Like, how does, theoretically speaking, like if you were to invest into AMC for retirement, right? How would that work? Because I don't think it would.
I don't. That's a card I wouldn't play. I mean, AMC is like when you just want to diversify your like investment portfolios, because like one of the things that like I was kind of catching up on when like all this was going on was so many different companies own stock in a lot of these. And it's like, well, that's kind of weird. Like why would, like, I don't know if you heard, but like there was like about 10, maybe less than 10 groups of people who made like over, like, I think it was like $16 billion or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
But like, hang on. Let's see if I can find this. Investment, GME. Yeah,
because it seems like I've got one of them 401ks, but I don't know what the fuck that means.
That is for when you retire. Like that is, yeah.
I mean, I get
it's a little different than like they're not like, I don't expect your 401k to be investing in GameStop, but okay. So this is,
if they're smart, they would.
I know, right? 9 investors instantly made $16 billion on the GameStop squeeze. Let's see if there's the list.
Was one Disney?
One Disney. So Fidelity Investments, Ryan Cohen, who's also like the majority shareholder. He's on the board of Chewy and PetSmart.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. So like
maybe he can lower his fucking prices.
BlackRock, Vanguard Group, Susquehanna International. Yeah, like a lot of companies made like a shit ton of money off of this because, and this is kind of like one of the things that I started to learn was like, because of how low the stock was for GameStop, like it's just one of those low risk, whatever sort of reward situations. So like they're constantly like buying and selling and trading and like switching stuff around, and like all these people just happen to have a shit ton of stock in GameStop. Like I think
good
Ryan Cohen ended up being like the majority shareholder or something like that, or he was like on the board of directors at least. And it's just like, yeah, and then like you hear the story about like some like 10-year-old kid whose mom or grandmother bought him GameStop stock for his birthday or Christmas or whatever it was,
right?
Like, and making like a shitload of money, and he was like, yeah, this is great, like gonna go pay for college now. But again, it's
don't do that. That's a scam.
Well, I mean, pick up a trade, kids. If anything,
that's right. Be a plumber.
Be a plumber. Work HVAC. Fucking electrician. Learn how to nail stuff.
You could be putting up a McDonald's somewhere.
You could, and guess what? You can make a shitload of money doing it.
More than me.
More than all of us.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And you might end up being a ghost hunter. They were plumbers.
Oh, jeez. Sure. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So like, I haven't been on Wall Street bets in a while, but my assumption is like the whole stock craze has officially gone away.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. At this point, there's really not much else going to be going on with that. You might have some spikes, but I think that's just going to be more due to the nature of the stock market. It's not going to be like fucking Reddit just pounding on Wall Street.
I think that door's closed at this point. Like you open a door, you walk through, and then they fucking seal it with cement right behind you.
Well, it's also like the other thing I learned too is just like how fucking quick just the attention span goes for so many. I mean, like, because we were like all throughout January, it was like, the insurrection, the storming of the Capitol, Biden's in office now, like all that stuff wrapped up. What are we doing with COVID? Did you hear that GameStop is making all this money? My dad texted us and he's like, what's this Reddit everybody's making money off of nowadays? Like, I keep hearing about like how people are investing through Reddit, and we're just like, no, that's not it. And then like 2 days later, it's gone. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
They're onto the stimulus check now.
What's going on with that?
The stimulus check?
The stimmies.
Apparently they're lowering the threshold for you to receive your check or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're really targeting low income, which of course your boy falls into. But
but like they should like.
I mean, should they? I've got two arguments with this.
Okay.
And we can talk about this. We're getting into some deep territories here, folks. But apparently, they're looking at only handing out checks to people who make $50,000 or less.
Mm-hmm.
Or like as a married couple, there's a certain dollar amount or whatever the fuck, maybe, to help people who are struggling get by, which is great. I mean, I personally fall into that category, so I'm going to benefit from that. And yes, I'm struggling. So like, I lost my business the past year, so like, there's that. Now, my issue with that though is that they're basing all this information on what you made from the 2019 tax return. Like, how many people lost their job in 2020 that aren't making anything? And because they made too much in 2019, they're not getting any help.
Yeah.
Like, there's too much of that.
It's almost like they don't know what they're doing.
How dare you, sir? The government doesn't know what they're doing.
Because here's the thing. Like, so my reasoning is like why they need to focus more on helping like people who, number one, don't have jobs, number two, people who are low income. It's because like I don't need another check. Like, we're not struggling. Like sure, like more money is always going to be helpful.
Right.
But like, if giving
$600 in December was not enough. No, for the 6-month gap between stimmy checks. And Christy says you can claim it on your taxes if you made too much in 2019, couldn't qualify in 2020. That's great, except that doesn't put food on the table for those people who need it now.
Yeah. And like, that's the thing. Like, if giving me a check means that like other people are going to get less money, or no, I'll say if giving me a check is going to prevent people from getting the amount they actually need, like, don't give me a check. Don't give certain people checks. Like, not everybody needs a check. Like, some people are perfectly fine working from home, getting a steady paycheck because like weekly costs have gone down. You know, like certain amenities you're no longer paying for. Like, you have more opportunities to save. So like, give more money to the people who need more money. Like that's my position on it. Like, I don't know. I don't understand how that's like a difficult thing.
I think it's a difficult thing just because they don't know how to track that. Though it seems
they have our tax information.
Well, yeah, but they're going off 2 years ago tax
information. I know,
and
that's
brother.
fucking stupid.
It's fucking stupid.
It's fucking dumb.
Right. And then they're talking about possibly like monthly payments, but it doesn't seem like that's actually going to happen. This
reminds me of the homeless problem we have in Austin.
And that's just awesome, brother.
Well, I mean, well, specifically I say within Austin because like I've been trying to be more aware of like local goings-ons and like that sort of thing, and like actually like trying to keep an eye on like, oh, what's going on in the community today. So like right when we got down here, they lifted the camping ban.
Okay.
So like homeless people were now allowed to just camp in public areas. Under
sidewalks,
under bridges, under overpasses, just like open fields off the highway. And
we got something in the chat here just saying that the corporate politicians follow the commands of the donors, and the donors forbid them to give money because that means it comes out of their taxes. Maybe. I mean, I would buy it as well. I also think that they have no concept of what people need because they have been paid this whole time through tax money. They haven't had to suffer. Out of sight, out of mind.
I mean, what's a banana cost? $10? Come on. So, like, the homeless camping ban thing, like, as soon as we got down here, like, within a couple of months, a bunch of homeless camps popped up. A lot of them, like, near us, where we lived. And, like, a lot of people were saying like this needs to stop, like this, like they need
Right.
to go, and a lot of people are saying like no, that's inhumane. Like these people have nowhere to go. You can't just tell them they can't do that because then they're just going to move to the next city, and then they're just going to move to the next city, and then they're just going to die. Like we need to do more to protect these people. And then like the governor, so the governor has been like, the city of Austin like reaming down on the politicians here, like you guys need to do something or I'm going to do it. And then the local politicians are like, we are going to do something. Who has an idea? And then one of the things they did recently was, so throughout the summer last year, there were a lot of protests going on.
Correct.
Which we've discussed on the show previously. And there was
subscribe, hit that notification bell.
And there was a movement to reallocate police funds. Basically split departments out from, the Austin Police Department, make them independent, divert money to different organizations and stuff. One of the things that they started to look into doing was taking money from that reallocation process and buying a motel, renovating it as a homeless shelter.
Okay.
So the city's been going around trying to like buy up hotels. But now people are like, no, you can't do that because if you buy that hotel and turn it into a homeless shelter, then crime in that area is going to go up.
And I mean, that's like, kind of assuming a lot.
That's a and that's a whole nother thing we don't need to get into right now. But it just goes back to the idea of like, nobody wants to work together on a solution. They all just want to point fingers because you get the guy saying you need to come up with a solution or I will. Okay, we'll come up with the solution. Hey, who has a good idea? Because we don't have any. Well, we have an idea, so let's do this. Okay, we're going to do that. No, you can't do that because I don't want that to happen. And they're like, okay, so we're just not going to do anything then. It's just like,
yeah, I mean, like California's fucked. Like,
like, no, my God, yeah.
Like, I don't think California will ever come back.
Does anybody like that governor? I don't know. Like this is one thing I've noticed from the pandemic is there have been select politicians who it doesn't matter what side they're on. Everybody's just like, yo, fuck that person. Like
the goddamn Cuomo? Fucking Big Don Cuomo, who's just like, all of a sudden, Trump's out of office. Okay, let's open up the restaurantes. I need my pasta and my pizza. We need to make the meatballs because, businesses can't stay closed forever, only under the Trump administration when it suits us.
I mean, Cuomo's just as bad. But like,
he wrote the book.
You have the book.
Well...
I hope you burned it.
Go to your local Goodwill. You can find Andrew Cuomo's book.
It's good. But yeah, like I have noticed a lot, like there's been a trend with a lot of politicians where it's just like, this person is terrible. I mean, like our mayor has got his fucking head up his ass. And like,
Andrew Yang's got COVID.
Andrew Yang's got COVID. He put
hates New York.
He hates New York. Wants to be the New York mayor. Like, that's like, I mean, like, okay, he said what I feel like a lot of people in New York believe. But there comes a point in time where you just don't say stuff like that. Like when you're trying to be mayor of New York City, you want people to embrace you. And people to accept you.
Correct.
Like you belong. You don't want to go out and be like, yeah, why the fuck would I live in New York City? I got like 2 kids. They're both being homeschooled right now, and I'm working from home. Hell no, I don't want to live in a tiny ass apartment. It's like, okay, well, some people do that.
A few million Americans have to do that.
Not the best time to say that, man. But hey, like you're into helping people make money and unionizing and stuff. Good luck fighting the WWE. Yeah.
I like
year. You like him?
Hey, universal basic income.
I
We're gonna
mean,
need it. Those
hey,
fucking robots are coming. Those robots are coming. They can do backflips. I can't do a backflip.
have you tried to do a backflip? When was the last time you tried to do a backflip?
I can do a backflip only at Sky Zone.
Oh, so do you have to be like set in like one of those harnesses and like the wires and stuff?
No. Those scare me because I'm sure somebody's been hung by those things. But um, I can do like if I get momentum going, like I'm
Yeah.
getting momentum going, I can do the backflip, but I gotta like put the hand down. You know, gotta put
I don't.
gotta do one of those, and
Can I admit
I make
something?
it. I'm like fucking John Morrison.
Can I admit something?
Yeah.
None of that sounds appealing to me anymore.
Doing backflips,
Like, yeah, even
taking
doing something.
bumps.
I mean, God, I get tired now
Mm-hmm.
every time I eat a meal.
Stop eating meals.
But dude, come on, I can't stop eating.
I would believe that.
That you can't stop eating, or that I can't stop eating. The fuck you trying to say to me, man?
Doing great.
Yeah, I know. No, but like this has been a trend that I've noticed lately that
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should be concerned or not.
Okay.
But I made a comment to Christy about it the other night where I was like, I'm just like really tired all of a sudden.
Mm.
And like I just had this big meal for dinner.
Well, stop it. Well, a lot of carbs.
Not even a lot of carbs. I mean, like we eat
Okay.
pretty balanced meals. So like tonight even. So we had
Mm-hmm.
stuffed peppers,
Ooh, I
and
like stuffed peppers.
we had some like, and I made a little thing of pasta sides. So like,
Okay.
it wasn't like a carb heavy meal. Like, you know, you had your pepper, you
Okay.
had your meat, you had your rice and pasta. Um,
Rice and pasta.
but like but they were
Rice
smaller
expands, sir.
portions. Rice does expand, but like I'm not
Mm.
thinking that what I ate is gonna put me to sleep right away.
Mm.
But like, like even when I eat lunch, sometimes like I'll just have like a peanut butter sandwich. Afterwards, I'm
Okay.
like, oh man, I could just take a nap. And I
See,
don't.
and I feel the same. So I've fallen into this, a little bit of a routine myself,
Okay.
working from home. You know, we've kind of gotten into a little bit of a routine with like the house maintenance and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're staying up till like 2 a.m. every night,
Oh jeez.
just to get shit
Okay.
done.
First, hang on.
Yes.
The fact that you guys are still staying up until like 2 a.m. fucking
Yeah.
terrifies me.
Oh, brother,
Like,
I have been staying up till at least 2 a.m. for probably 6 months. Probably 6 months. I've been staying up to 2 a.m. every night, waking up at 7 a.m. every morning.
oh, like that alone. Like, I fucking cannot get past like 11:30 anymore.
Oh, brother.
I mean, granted, I'm getting up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock every day,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I used to be that dude who would stay up until like 2:30 every morning and like still get up at like 9, 10 o'clock.
9, 10 o'clock. That'd be a luxury.
I mean, I guess it is still kind of a luxury.
Well, that's the
That's
thing.
still like almost 8 hours. It actually is about like 7 to 8 hours. So like,
Well, yeah. I mean, when you do the math, like I think I get maybe on average 4 to 5 hours of sleep every night.
see,
So like, that's
okay,
not terrible.
yeah.
Like, it's not like I get two. I'm not The Rock. I'm not getting 4 hours every night.
I mean,
You know, get a little bit more.
there's some
A little
stuff
bit
that can
more.
help you with that. But
Ooh.
like I, even on the weekends, and I think a lot of it is COVID and pandemic related too, because
Mm.
I mean, like on the weekends, like not every weekend, but like we would have some weekends where like we would stay out kind of late, you know,
Okay.
at least past. I say kind of late, and by kind of late I mean past midnight. So take that for what it's worth.
Sure.
But like now on like a Saturday, if it's like 10 o'clock, which like before was like the going out time, now it's like, do I want to get cozy now,
Mm.
or do I want to go do something? But what can you do? There's nothing to do. You can't go to a bar. You can't really go to a restaurant. Can't go to the arcade. I'm gonna put on my sweat shorts. And at 10 o'clock on a Saturday, like, that's it. We're done. Going to bed by 11.
Well, I think part of it too is that the wife does work the closing shift.
Sure.
So like when she does work, she's working from 8 to midnight.
Okay.
So she works 8 to midnight. Maybe I'll get a couple things done around the house while she's working. She comes home. She comes home and we're happy to see each other. We got to hang out. We haven't hanging out all day because I was working during the day. She was doing stuff, and then the goddamn fucking kids were home. And so like we had to play fucking Pokemon or whatever the fuck, goddamn video game for like 15 minutes. And then it's bedtime for them. Got to help with homework, the whole thing. So we didn't get any of us time. So when she gets home from work at midnight, like now is the time. All right, let's get the chips and queso. Let's fire up a show. Let's relax a little bit, and then there's a little fun afterwards. And then by the time it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, you had a good night. But then you have to wake up at 7 a.m. and do it again. That sort of thing.
We've been asked in the chat, have you guys ever thought about minimalism?
Like as a movement?
But just the process of owning fewer things.
Oh, I hate everything I own. I literally hate everything I own. Because I have to move it now.
I don't know how to live like that.
Like a minimalist?
The idea intrigues me to no end.
Like one of them tiny house fucks?
It's not necessarily even being in like a tiny house. It's just like, okay, like you see everything behind me right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at the wall behind you. As I point behind me, you see everything behind me. That was great timing, by the way. You don't see everything in front of me. You don't see everything to the left of me. You don't see what's in our closet. You don't see what's in our main room. Throughout my entire life, that has been the norm through and through. Like there is
just shit everywhere.
Just shit, but a lot of times it's fun shit. It's stuff for aesthetic. It's stuff so like when I walk in the room, I go, "Hey, I like this." Like, but I know just in the past, okay. Every year I moved in and out of a dorm room in college. When I moved in and out of my house at college, moving in and out of my first house post-college, moving in and out of Christy and my apartment previously, knowing what we're going to have to go through when we move out of here, I want nothing more than to be a minimalist. But there's no way, impossible. Because like even if I got rid of everything I owned, which I think could be possible, within a year I would buy most. I wouldn't buy most of it back. I would replace most of it with something else.
I kind of fall into that trap too, because most of what I buy is what I'm into at the time. Right. So like right now I'm really into like video production and audio production and doing like that sort of stuff. So like I'm buying the extra cables, I'm buying the extra stands and things of that nature that end up, accumulating space.
But hang on. There's a difference between the way you buy. Well, okay. I'm gonna put a caveat on that. There's a difference between the way you buy now.
Yes.
And the way we buy. You buy because like you're doing production type stuff. We buy because we want stuff that's cool and that makes us happy and that's fun to look at.
I mean, I have that stuff too, like and it's all packed away in boxes right now, which just, tears my soul apart. But a lot of the stuff that I have, like when my house was put together and not a complete disaster area and utter chaos, right? Reminiscent of the stock market. What I like to have in my immediate desk area is like things that inspire me, things that like, I look at and I'm like, I've got my comic book on the wall. I've got, my signed pop vinyl from Kevin Smith. I've got like, these trinkets and things like that are going to be like, you know what? You can do some things. You can get some stuff done.
Yeah. The other thing for me too is when I started getting on my collecting kick, I got really into it because like I felt like I was part of something.
You just want to belong.
You just
it's like
belong.
me with the stock
it's
market.
It's like the only reason why you bought into the stock market was because you just wanted to belong. You wanted to be a part of something that was bigger than you. That's what it was. Let's be honest.
Isn't that what we all want? It's all and that's why everyone got on the Trump train. That's why everybody got on the Biden train. I mean, the only thing that brought us all together was fucking burning with mittens.
Yeah.
But like, everybody just wants to belong. Everybody just wants to feel like they're a part of something that fucking matters. And listen, folks, I'm here to tell you, I'm sorry, bad news. You're in the Matrix for one, and for two, the sun's going to burn out and nothing matters. So at the end of the day, wear whatever you want to wear, do whatever you want to do, invest in GameStop, defund the police. I don't know. Do what you want to do. I don't fucking hell.
It's why I got these like turtle toys that I need to figure out what I got to do with them over the next couple of months. Because I started collecting them, man, and I was like, "This is my shit. I'm into this." And then like I already sold off one collection. I've got like 2 more, and I'm like I'm already behind on the collecting, and I haven't been following. So it's like, is it worth it at this point? And like, if I'm not going to continue. Like, it's an incomplete collection, so like, is it worth it to maintain? Because then I feel like I'm gonna walk into the room, I'm gonna look at it and go, I feel incomplete.
I mean, you already feel that way.
I mean, I felt that way for
you're just exacerbating childhood feelings. So like,
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah. The next, so
at the end of the day, it's like you got to do what makes you happy. I guess, I suppose.
Yeah, and maybe what I do need to do is actually get rid of everything, and then once we get into the new place, start over.
We've thought about that too, because we have been on the house hunting kick lately. We're trying to move down to Florida, and it's one of those things that like. Nobody like people like the houses are just flying. They're on the market for a day and then they're gone because everyone's like, listen, anywhere where you were during the pandemic, you want to leave.
I mean, we want to stay in the same state and city.
You're leaving,
but we're leaving here.
Where you were in the pandemic, we're leaving. You want to leave. This is all gonna be whether it's your house. Whether it's your state, whether it's your county, whether it's your country, wherever you were during the pandemic, you want to leave.
True.
Because you understand that when some shit goes down, there's some weaknesses to wherever the fuck you were when shit happened. So whether that be with your housing situation,
we actually had a really good strength where we were, because there's like a bomb ass sushi spot like right up the road. And I ate like $100 worth of sushi the other night. Take out, of course. We brought it back to the apartment.
I mean, you're responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there was a fucking line out the door, and I was like, this is great. I walk in, I give them my name, I give them my order number. There's people coming in, and like they're looking for a table, and they're like, "Can we help you?" And they're like, "Yeah, I was looking to get a table." And they're like, "It's an hour and a half wait." And they're like, "Why?" And they're like, "Look outside." And it's just like a mob of people milling about. And I'm like, number one, that's not cool. Number two, like, takeout. It's great. Enjoy it. Have a date night at home. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and there's been an increase. So, I mean, that's great that you can spend $100 on sushi. I'm happy for your financial situation.
Again, but we don't need a stimmy check.
I mean, congratulations.
Give it to somebody who needs
for the rest of us fucks who are eating Taco Bell, what I have noticed is that
Taco Bell's great. I haven't had Taco Bell in over a year, and
well, you got real Mexican food, so like
yeah. But see, here's the thing, and I'm gonna cut you off on that.
Okay.
There was a taco joint down here that we used to go to a lot.
Okay.
And loved it. It was tremendous. Since COVID, there's been a definite decrease in the quality.
Okay.
With Taco Bell, you know what you're getting. And it's quality.
Oh, you're getting dog shit. You're getting dog shit.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
That's
but like
why
you know what you're getting, and you're always gonna get it.
I mean, it's the same thing with the fucking Little Caesars. Like Taco Bell and Little Caesars are interchangeable.
Okay,
you're
Little
feeding
Caesars
a family of 4.
Listen.
You're feeding a family of 4 for $10.
And hey, sometimes that's what you got to do. I mean,
whether that means you're getting the same ingredients mismatched 5 different ways,
yeah,
or you're getting a cheese and a pep.
Sometimes,
and they're hot and ready, and you take it home.
Sometimes I walk into a place to pick up my food, and they're like, "Oh, are you feeding a family of 4?" And I'm like, "Yes." We'll go with that, and then I eat and take.
We'll go with that. CO is a beautiful state during the winter. What is CO?
Colorado.
I don't understand the state abbreviations. They don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. Like, aren't half of them not even the letters in the state? I'm pretty sure. Like, isn't like Nebraska something fucked up? Like IO or some shit?
What? No.
Like, there's one state that doesn't make any sense at all.
I'll look it up because we're running out of time.
Just saying, I don't understand the state abbreviations. Like New York, NY, like everybody knows. NJ, everyone knows. Like IO, ID, IA. What are we doing?
You're really angry about this, aren't you?
What are we doing?
Well, if you want to tell us your state abbreviation, hit us up on social media.
That's what we're asking. This is
the closing thought of the night.
Oh,
hit us up on social media. Brainwreck Show across the board. Wherever you Twitter and Book and Graham, that's where we are. Again, that's Brainwreck Show. Send us an email at brainwreckshow@gmail.com. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for whatever platform you are currently watching us on.
And that is correct. And be sure, NH, New Zealand. What are we doing? What are we doing? And be sure to tune in tomorrow night. If you missed the announcement, rule number 4 has been transformed into official new title because people didn't know what rule number 4 fucking meant because they didn't watch the best fucking show on the internet, and that's their fault.
That's their fault. If you're not watching this show every week, that's your fault, or at least
as you're
following and subscribing and watching it in post.
That is correct.
We have a whole archive of nearly 5 years. Of this show.
Years of content that nobody has seen. So please like, comment, and subscribe and follow us. But don't be an asshole. Every Thursday night now.
The internet's favorite game show.
The internet's favorite game show. The girls come on. Christy delivers the news. Blakely K joins us as well for some social commentary on who is the asshole from the Reddit thread of Am I the Asshole? Stories that are read to us. And it's a grand old time. The chat gets involved. It's fun.
It's fun. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. It's all right here. We are expanding this channel. It's no longer just the Brainwreck Show.
No, it's a Brainwreck network
and TV.
God, and you know what? Goddamn, this is the only podcast that absolutely makes sure to turn their mic on during a game live stream.
Absolutely. By the way, we have great gaming content coming to you soon. I'm planning to do more stuff like that in the future. It's going to be wonderful. Be sure to follow. I got a video I'm putting together right now. Should be out probably full disclosure, probably about the end of next week because I started editing it last night and I was like, this is taking a while. And I'm not even an hour into the footage yet. So we'll get there. We'll get there. It'll be a good time. We'll have a laugh. Enjoy ourselves.
So for this week, I've been Jason X.
Hey, I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.